First, let's start by subscribing. To avoid being misunderstood as a criminal activity when trading Bitcoin, there are some important principles and methods that must be followed. Bitcoin was originally designed as an alternative to the financial system, but its nature often leads to its association with crime. Therefore, in order to trade Bitcoin safely and legally, you should consider the following. 1. Choose a trustworthy exchange when trading Bitcoin. Choosing a trustworthy exchange is of utmost importance. Licensed exchanges have enhanced security and regulation, and adhere to Know Your Customer (KYC) procedures. By conducting transactions on these exchanges, your transaction records remain transparent, reducing suspicions of criminal activity. Check the exchange's reputation and user reviews to assess its reliability. 2. Comply with KYC Know Your Customer procedures. You must faithfully follow the KYC procedures required by the exchange. You will need to submit identification, proof of address, for identity verification and meet the exchange's requirements. By verifying your identity through the KYC process, you can avoid legal problems that may arise later. 3. Proof of legitimate source of funds when buying or trading Bitcoin. You must be able to prove that the source of your funds is legitimate. When transferring from a bank account, the transaction details are clearly recorded, so there is no suspicion about the source of the funds. When purchasing Bitcoin, it is a good idea to have documentation. Pay stubs, tax returns, etc. of how you financed your purchase. 4. Keep transaction records. You should keep a good record of all your transactions. If you save transaction history, remittance receipts, and email correspondence provided by the exchange, any inquiries later. These records play a vital role in proving that your transactions are legitimate. 5. Privacy. It is also important to protect your personal information when trading Bitcoin. When registering for an exchange, it is recommended that you provide minimal personal information and use a separate email account. It is advisable to avoid talking publicly about Bitcoin trading on social media or other platforms. 6. Comply with laws and regulations. It is essential to understand the laws and regulations regarding cryptocurrency in the country where you reside. Because regulations vary from country to country, you must trade Bitcoin in accordance with the laws of that country. It is important to check the necessary regulations through legal advice and to comply with them. 7. Avoid suspicious transactions. It is important to avoid suspicious transactions with unknown counterparties are more likely to be promising high profits, etc. It is recommended that you verify the identity of your counterparty and only transact with people you trust. 8. Use a secure wallet. It is important to use a wallet that can safely store your Bitcoin. You should choose a hardware wallet or a secure software wallet. To keep your private keys safe and strengthen the security settings of your wallet, perform regular backups of your wallet to protect against data loss. 9. Regular security checks. You should regularly check and update the security settings of your exchange and wallet. We recommend that you enable two-factor authentication 2FA and change your password regularly. You should always be vigilant to avoid hacking or phishing attacks. 10. Education and information updates. You should constantly learn the latest information about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. It is important to gather and prepare for a variety of information, including market trends, legal changes, and security threats. Join cryptocurrency-related communities, or stay informed through trusted news sources. Conclusion: to avoid being misunderstood as a criminal enterprise when trading Bitcoin. Comply with KYC procedures, and prove the legitimate source of funds. You can trade safely by thoroughly managing transaction records and complying with laws and regulations. It is also necessary to avoid suspicious transactions. Use secure wallets, and perform regular security checks. These efforts will help make Bitcoin transactions safer and more legal. If you subscribe, I will work hard and do my best.